boy, Pats Nation. I can't restart. I can't restart. Really wish I didn't start it like that. But you know what? We're going to roll with the punches. That's exactly what happened. Welcome back to another New England Patriots watch party, man. It feel like it's been forever since we did one of these now. Obviously, the Patriots are kind of on a mini bye week here, which a lot of people aren't really talking about with this matchup. Now, obviously, they don't have a full bye week, but the Patriots going from playing Thursday night football in week 11 at home against the Jets, winning that game, to now being on the road here in week 12, traveling to Cincinnati for a 1 o'clock Sunday football game. And so a little bit of extra preparation here for the New England Patriots. And so going up against a team like the Bengals, who between the injuries, between the suspensions, they're going to be out multiple key starters. So a game that maybe Drake May, for the first time in his NFL career, goes for 300 plus yards. Maybe this is the fourth blowout that the New England Patriots provide of the 2025 season. In fact, that is going to be the question for today's stream. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you guys think that this is going to be the first game in Drake May's NFL career that he throws for 300 plus yards? Keep in mind, no Trey Hendrickson in this game. There's going to be no Jamar Chase in this game. There's going to be no Joe Burrow in this game. And I also don't believe Mike Gesicki is playing in this game. So big-time losses here for Cincinnati. Patriots are going to start with the football first. It's going to be a handoff to Travion Henderson. It's going to be a gain of 3. As for the New England Patriots, the Patriots inactives today are going to be Jelani Tavai. He's dealing with a personal reason. Joshua Farmer, the defensive tackle, kind of surprising with Milton Williams, not in the mix here. Caden Wallace, CJ Dupree, and Efton Chisholm are all the inactives. So you got Kayshon Boutte, and you also got Ramondre Stevenson back into the mix. So far, no snaps for Ramondre. Drake May looks like he's going to run, throws the ball. That's going to be Matt Collins, who's able to squeeze in for the first down marker. First down there for the Patriots. Really good job there by Drake May, who looks like he's looking at Travion Henderson for the check down. Starts to have a little bit of pressure, steps up into the pocket, maintains that calmness, and just checks it down there to Matt Collins for the first. So keeping his eyes down the field, remaining a passer, just like we've seen Drake May do this season. In fact, it's actually not going to go for a first. It's going to be just a yard short. I thought that's a pretty hefty yard. I thought that was a first down pretty confidently, but they give the ball off here to Henderson. And he is going to get the first down, just barely, but Henderson will. And so far, we've seen Travion Henderson on all 3 or 4 of the Patriots snaps here so far. Oh, we got Jared Wilson down here, but so far it looks like Travion Henderson getting all of the opportunities. No Ramondre yet, but Jared Wilson, Patriots rookie left guard, is down. Mike Vrabel, of course, coming out on the field himself to check on Jared Wilson, but hopefully it's nothing serious. Jared Wilson's played good football this season, and Patriots certainly don't want to afford any more injuries, especially on that offensive line. Ben Brown, likely the guy that comes in to replace him, and it will be Ben Brown who comes in to replaces Jared Wilson there at left guard. Let's see. How we doing, chat, man? How we doing? Like I said, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, right? So obviously the Patriots not playing a game here in quite a few days. It's been over a week, and so big reason that we haven't done a live watch party, post game, any of that good stuff. But your boy's also just being thrown the kitchen sink right now. Like the kitchen sink is being thrown at me right now with school, man. I mean, I'm officially in my final month, man. My final month of college. And if any of you have ever been in any type of school, whether that is high school, whether that's college, you would know that like that final month they try to squeeze in like 4 years worth of curriculum at you. And so it's been a long couple of months, but we are in the final stretch. And once December comes to an end, we will be graduated. 2.5 years with no break will finally get us our bachelor's in sportscasting, man. And we'll finally be able to get back to more time and more devotion to the channel. It's difficult, man. It's difficult when you're doing the show, when you have the AFC's roundtable sports, you got college work too. And so really, really excited come January to just get back full time to devoting a lot of time and effort to the channel, man. So a lot of great content coming your guys' way. But Jared Wilson is walking off slowly under his own power, but sounds like there is a noticeable limp, according to Mike Reese. He said it to the Blue Medical tent, so I'm going to watch there. All right. And we put all right, 1st and 10. They're going to give this one off to Travion Henderson. He's going to run it up the middle for a gain of 6. All right, guys, we're going to do something a little bit new. I'm going to drop a question in the chat, and we're going to see what you guys think. That question being the exact question that I asked you guys earlier. Will Drake May throw for 300-plus yards for the first time in his NFL career in this game? Right now, it's a lot of running the football. They're going to remain with Henderson in the backfield. It's a toss to the outside. Henderson will barely get back to the line. That's going to be 3rd and 4. There's a Bengal down. Burks, number 42, the defender. So some injuries here for both sides starting off on this first drive of the game. That's their linebacker, Oren Burks. Veteran linebacker at that. Maybe he got rolled up on. Well, he's up. He's walking off under his own power. So there's that. But the Cincinnati Bengals are one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL, but they're actually worse at stopping the run. Now, this is one of just the worst defenses in the NFL in the Cincinnati Bengals. They've devoted all of their money to the offense and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. So they just don't have any money on the defense. They really don't. In fact, the majority of their players really are coming from the defense because that's how they're getting, you know, their defensive positions filled. It's by going to the draft and not spending a lot of money on them. And so a lot of the guys that they're going up against are rookies. And so Josh McDaniels should have a good time going up against this Bengals defense. But Drake May goes for it here on 3rd and 4, but looks like the ball was altered, and that's going to be incomplete. Let's take a look at this. And so Garrett Bradbury just gets pushed back. And ball not altered, but pressure in Drake May's face. He's hit as he throws, and it's just a little bit too incomplete for Matt Collins to be able to make the play. And so 4th and 4, but it looks like the Patriots are not going to go for this one. Very aggressive offense in New England. I mean, they've only missed 2 4th down conversions all season long. But there's another Bengals defender down. Was going up against Matt Collins and just Wilson, Patriots former cornerback. Not looking great here for Jared Wilson, man. He's still limping. And injuries starting to pile themselves up for the Patriots too, man. Always talking about that. All right, well, Patriots are punting at the 41-yard line, so they didn't feel like going for it there on a 4th and 4. Good punt, and he's going to get maybe back to the 20. Charlie Jones will see where they spot that. All right, let's see what this Patriots defense can do without Joe Milton. as Joe Flacco now is going to be taking the field. As for the Cincinnati Bengals, their inactives, running back Samaje Perine is not going to be playing in this game. That is certainly a depth piece for them that has proven to be good in the past. Second-year wide receiver Jermaine Burton also not going to be playing in this game, so they will be thin at wide receiver. And then obviously Trey Hendrickson and then Cam Sample, the edges, they also will not be in this game. That's not good. A cart has arrived at the Blue Medical tent for Jared Wilson, who's being transported to the locker. So Jared Wilson, like we said, goes down on one of the first plays of the game. And then he gets up, limps up off the field under his own power, goes to the Blue Medical tent, gets out of the Blue Medical tent, and he's still limping, has to sit down on a bench. And now they're bringing out the cart. And so that's not good news for the Patriots in terms of injury-wise. Now, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves and say it's already season-ending, but a lot of times when you see that card come out, it is a pretty serious injury that does tend to have players out for the season. Did I say Joe Milton again? Yeah, I meant Milton Williams. I said, dude, I do this all the time, bro. I do this all the time. I always say Joe Milton instead of Milton Williams, man. Y'all know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. It's all right. You guys know. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you would know. I always do this. I always do this. New York City in the building. Hey, man, New York City right now must be absolutely beautiful. I mean, the trees up. Rockefeller Center. Oh. Wait, did they put the tree up? Or is that a December thing? No, they definitely didn't put the tree up yet. Definitely didn't put the tree up yet. But it still must be nice. Must be nice. Again, ready for Christmas. Hey, shout out to Linda, man. Hey, Colby, I'm watching Richie's channel too. Shout out to Richie. Who do the Jets play, man? The Ravens? Yes, the Ravens. Hope it's not season ending for Jared Wilson. Yeah, man, me too. Rookie's had some really good moments. You really don't want the Patriots dealing with these injuries. I mean, lately they just somebody jinxed it, man. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, but somebody jinxed it. Patriots are not really dealing with injury problems. Oh, yeah. Milton Williams down and Jared Wilson down. All right, Chase Brown gets it to the outside. Good run here by Chase Brown, who's going to get 11 yards. Now, Chase Brown, although their running game for the Bengals offensively, it's not good. The Bengals actually do have one of the worst running attacks offensively in the NFL. They're ranked 13th in the NFL in passing. That's where they thrive. Chase Brown does have some good moments. Chase Brown is not a bad running back by any means. And even Christian Gonzalez said that earlier this week. So, especially out of the backfield as a receiver, something to watch when it comes to checkdowns. But 10-yard gain there for Cincinnati. They're going to give that one to Mike Gesicki. So Mike Gesicki is back. That is official. Mike Gesicki was placed on injured reserve earlier on this season. He did return to practice this week, but there was no official word on if he was playing, and he will be playing in this game. So former New England Patriot Mike Gesicki in this game. So that will give Joe Flacco at least another target that he can go to with Jamar Chase out. 2nd and 5 here. They're going to give the ball off, go up the middle. They're only going to get about 3 here. Gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. New England Patriots, one of the best run defense, or not run defenses, but rather 3rd down defenses in the NFL. See if they can stop a 3rd and 3. Hey, Colby, what happened last week with the live stream you cut short? LOL. Apparently the audio, we were live from the game last week and it was halftime. We were going down to the field. Apparently the audio cut out for you guys and we had to restart it. My phone was at like 20%, so I was just like, yeah, we're just gonna cut the stream. We're gonna cut the stream. But Joe Flacco goes out to Mike Gesicki on 3rd and 3. Craig Woodson guarding him. Good coverage, but Gesicki hangs on and is able to move the chain on a 3rd and 3 to gain 4 yards. So Cincinnati moves the chains. Kobe, are you going for the Chiefs or Colts today? I want Mahomes out of the playoffs, so I'm a Colts fan. I'd rather play the Colts. I just feel like the Patriots have a better chance at playing the Colts than they do Mahomes. It's kind of one of those situations where if you allow Mahomes to get to the postseason, you know that Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, they're going to turn on something different. Football is yes, a physical game, but it's also very much mental. Think about the 2018 Patriots. Lost to the Jags in one of our first games. And the Jags are one of the worst teams in football that year. Ended up losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers late into that season, too. Nobody thought the Patriots were going to win a playoff game, let alone go to the Super Bowl and win it that year. All you need to do is win enough games in the regular season to get to the dance being the postseason. Once you do, you just have to play your best football. The Denver Broncos won Super Bowl 51 in 2015? And that year they won, 9 games? And so you don't need to win 10-plus games in the regular season to go to the Super Bowl. You just need to win enough games in order to get there. And so I don't want to see Patrick Mahomes in the postseason. It's a different monster. He's going to be a top 5 quarterback all time. I think he'll be top 3. And you don't want to face guys like that in the postseason. So give me Daniel Jones. Give me Jonathan Taylor. I'd rather play them. All right, 3rd and 4 for Cincinnati again. Flacco is going to hit yet again. Mike Gesicki, Patriots having trouble yet again facing these tight ends. Something to watch here is Mike Gesicki now 3 catches, converted 2 of those catches for a first down. And everybody was guarding T. Higgins. Everybody bites on Higgins, and it just leaves. Although we're dealing with a little bit of technical difficulties right now. Have to fix that here in a second. It's going to be dark here for a minute, friends, but we're going to keep this thing going on. Joe Flacco's going deep. He's going deep. Oh! And Jones trips. It's going to be 2nd and 10 going up against Carlton Davis one-on-one. Let's fix this real quick. All right, 7-yard run here by Chase Brown. We're going to get the audio back here for you guys, too. It's going to be another 3rd down here for Cincinnati. It's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 3. All right, Joe Flacco drops back on 3rd and 3. They're going to pass, and it's dropped. Tries to go to T. Higgins. But that one is going to be incomplete. Looks like something T. Higgins should have had, but ultimately drops the ball. All right, there we go, man. There we go. We got too lit. We got too lit in the chat, and we turned off every single light in the studio. That's all right. But looks like T. Higgins hesitates a little bit. He turns his head before he secures the ball. Really just a concentration drop, and they won't convert on that one. So they're going to attempt the field goal here on a 4th and 3, 54-yard field goal here. Evan McPherson, one of the best in the league, and he will get it dead in the middle. Great kick. Wow, that thing would have been good from 55 plus. Great kick. Season long here for McPherson. Great kick. So Bengals on the board first. The Patriots allow opening drive points, but at least this week, it wasn't an opening drive touchdown. So 3 points here for Cincinnati. Patriots were showing good moments with the ball offensively on their first opening drive, but kind of just stalled out in large part because Ben Brown allows the pressure up into the middle. Drake May gets hit while he throws, and of course, it was just a little bit too high for Matt Collins. So let's see what the team can do. I'll be curious to see how much Ramondre Stevenson we get in this game because we didn't see Ramondre Stevenson get a single snap offensively here on that first offensive drive. And so he's active for this game, but how much of Ramondre will we see? Is this a ramp-up period game? Is this a situation where Ramondre Stevenson is a break the glass in case of emergency type of situation, but they're slowly trying to ease him back in from that toe injury. Only time's going to tell. Big shout out to my boy Trey, who's been a member of the channel for 7 months. Big shout out to my boy Trey. He says, I'm about to witness my school. Wow. School go 0-12 this year. I'm so glad I'm glad I was raised as a Pats fan because college football is such a joke in Massachusetts. Yeah, I don't think I ever hear anybody say that they are a fan of Massachusetts college football. I don't think I've ever heard a single person say that. I don't think I have. But hey, man, at least you got the Patriots back. I know from my hometown, now this is high school football, but my hometown, like the high school football team just sucks. Like my brother used to play on the football team and it was just rough watching. It was rough watching that football game because you knew they just weren't going to win, right? So, hey, man, at least you got the Patriots, though. 0-12 that's brutal. Old man. Well, Colby, that's game. We've officially lost. Yeah, right. I'm waiting for the chat to say that. Colby, we're down by 3. Of course, here we go again. Same thing, different day. We're losing this game. I'm surprised nobody's in the chat saying that yet. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have any haters in the chat yet. It's okay. If we go down here by any more, that's when the haters will jump into the chat. But Braden Swinson getting his first look here. It's going to be fun to see if he gets any real usage. Wow, the Patriots have allowed 6 touchdowns and 9 field goals on opening drives. That's crazy. All right, Patriots are going to get the kick here. That's going to be Kyle Williams, who's the returner for the Patriots. That's going to be the first time that Kyle Williams has ever been a returner for the Patriots. He got the first kick return. He got this one also. So looks like the Patriots are trying to get some speed back there at kick return. So Jared Wilson is questionable to return. Sounds like they're dealing with an ankle injury. So doesn't sound like an ACL or anything, but we'll see when he gets an actual diagnosis. But they're going to give a handoff to Pop. It's actually going to be a fake handoff. Drake May is just sails it over the head of Travion Henderson. I'm not sure where Drake May was going on that one. I'm not sure if that was for Henderson. I'm not sure if that was for Austin Hooper. But it looks like Drake May just wasn't looking. And yeah, I'm not sure if that was to Hooper or Henderson. It was just kind of in the middle of both of them. I can't even tell you what that one was, but Henderson in the backfield. Looking like this is going to be a run for the Patriots, and it won't be. Fake handoff. Check it down to Travion Henderson. Still no Ramondre Stevenson. 3rd down already for the Patriots. Gain of 4, 3rd and 6 already. So Drake May starting off a little bit wonky in this game. Play calling being a little bit conservative. But they're just trying to make that 3rd down more convertible. Playbook opens up on a 3rd and 6 compared to a 3rd and 10. Ramondre Stevenson in the game for the first time, likely coming in to block. And he will. Drake May already under pressure. Throws the football out of bounds on 3rd and 6. So they keep Ramondre Stevenson into block. He blocks the pressure up the middle. But Drake May still pressured as soon as the ball hit his hands and throws the football away. So the Patriots are going to punt yet again. So Cincinnati sent the absolute house at Drake May. Tries to hit Hunter Henry on the outside, but Unfortunately, that ball just goes out of bounds. So Patriots punting, immediately go 3 and out. And the defense going to have to do its thing. Yikes. So offense is struggling, man. Offense is struggling so far against a very, very, I'm going to put it just honest. I'm going to put it honest. I'm not even going to be nice about it. Very bad Bengals defense. So a lot of football to still be played. Patriots tend to start off slow, but didn't think that this would be a game where they started off this slow. Just not in our element right now. Yeah, I mean, we just got to start stringing together some positive plays. Right now, the pressure is getting to Drake May significantly up the middle. It's really not the tackles that are having issues, but it's up in the middle. It's the left guard replacement and in Ben Brown. It's more specifically Garrett Bradbury. They're at center, who's really struggling so far in this game. Now, Cincinnati does have some good players in the interior of that D-line, but nothing that should be causing them this much havoc to where Drake May is under pressure, has defenders in his face the second that he's dropping back. So some things to figure out. You did see that, like I said, on that third down play, they brought in Ramondre Stevenson for the first time in this game, and they brought him in as a blocker. He was supposed to come in, block up in the interior pressure. He did exactly that, but unfortunately, Cincinnati sent the house at Drake May to where, compared to the amount of blockers they had, compared to the 6-7 guys that Cincinnati was rushing there, Patriots didn't have enough blockers, and unfortunately, Drake May just didn't have enough time to make a play. Don't use we when you don't represent me or the team. Shoot, I know you ain't talking to me because I'm going to continue to use we, bro. I'm going to continue to use we. We lost. Nikhil comes in. Yep, we're done. The offense sucked on 2 series. We've allowed 3 points. We're done. All right. 1st and 10. Cincinnati's going to start at the 19-yard line. They're going to hand the football off here. Patriots tackle him to give him a couple of extra yards here. He's going to get a gain of 3, though. So big thing here for the Patriots defense, continue to stop the run, make them one-dimensional. They're going to want to win through the air. Make sure that's the only way that you allow them to win this football game. But more specifically, stop Mike Gesicki. Tight ends have been an issue for the Patriots all year long. So far, they're doing well against T. Higgins, knock on wood. But it's Mike Gesicki that they're really going to have to stop so he doesn't take over the game. They're going to pitch this one off to Chase Brown, who's going to get around the corner, turn on the burners, and he's going to get a 1st down. So a little bit of a misdirection. Elijah Ponder was the first one to diagnose the play, but unfortunately just didn't have the speed compared to Chase Brown to be able to stop him there on the outside. So a little bit of misdirection, and then the pitch to Brown gives them a 1st. All right, they're going to fake the handoff again. And then Noah Fant, the backup tight end. I'm going to check the football down to him. Looks like we're going to see a lot of 2 tight end sets in this game. That's a gain of 9 yards there by Noah Fant. Again, Patriots struggle against tight ends, and so how do you combat that? Well, you don't have Jamar Chase, so they're going to go up against T. Higgins. He's probably going to be double-teamed, and so you run a lot of 2 tight end sets between Noah Fant and Mike Gesicki, and That's how you try to win this game. You might not get a whole lot of big plays down the field, but methodically just string together drives and put up as much points as you can if you're Cincinnati. That's the recipe to win. It's 2nd and 1. They're going to give the football off, and they're going to get another first down. 1st and 10. Gain of 6 here for Chase Brown. So you can tell they're missing Milton Williams in this game. That pass rush isn't getting home fast enough, but more specifically, Chase Brown having some pretty good runs here, especially up the middle. Bengals already 5 first downs in this game. All right, they're going to fake the handoff again. Flacco gets the football out here. It's going to be Drew Sample. See if he gets back to the line, and he will. So 2nd and 10. Won't get anything there. Maybe Joe Milton can play defensive tackle for us. Dude, he might. He might. Are you kidding me? He's got a rocket arm. Maybe, if he times it correctly, he could just stiff arm the guy back with one hand. Let's call up Joe Milton to play some defense, baby. All right, they're at the 50-yard line, 2nd and 10. They're going to run the football. Chase Brown gets it up the middle. Gain of 5, so it's going to be another 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Six carries already for Chase Brown, by the way, so they're not scared to run the football against New England right now. Cincinnati's converted on 2 out of 3 3rd downs in this game. The veteran Joe Flacco killing. And yet again, he goes to Mike Gesicki, but that's going to be incomplete. Joe Flacco had all day, though, in the pocket. I'm not entirely sure why he threw that football when he did. The thing about Joe Flacco is that he's very good at getting the football out quickly. Maybe on that play, got the football out a little bit too early. Tried to go to Mike Gesicki. Ball was a little bit too high. Gesicki gets a hand on it. If he hits Gesicki in stride, that's a first down. And they're going to go for it. On the 45-yard line, just across the 50, Cincinnati's going to go for it on a 4th and 5. Let's see if they really go for this, or if they just want the Patriots to jump off sides. Oh my gosh! They get exactly what they wanted. Caleb Chase on. Offsides. Automatic first down. So Cincinnati gets exactly what they wanted, because I don't even think Cincinnati would have gone for that. It's 4th and 5. And so Cincinnati looks like they're just going to try to get the Patriots to jump. And if they don't jump, they just take the timeout and they punt the football. They run a little bit of motion, and Caleb Chase bites hard on it, and they get a free 5 yards. Now Cincinnati's at the 40-yard line and a fresh set of downs. Rough play there for Caleb Chase. So gain of 5 here. Spillane with the tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Nikhil, I know you not thinking we lost. Come on, man. I know you know that. I know you better than that. Team just looks tired right now. Like, what do we do on this mini bye week? All right. Flacco under pressure. Ball's deflected. And Chase Brown not able to reel that one in. So another 3rd down, 3rd and 5. Try to set up a little screen there, looks like, and Durden comes in with the pressure. That was Durden and Kyrie's Tonga. Big play there to stop the screen. And even if that screen was completed, Christian Ellis was back there to potentially make the tackle. All right, big third down here. Can the Patriots get the stop? Bend but don't break defense. Don't jump again. 3rd and 5. Flacco under some pressure. Flacco taken down. Flacco dances around the pocket. Harold Landry brings him down for the sack. And that is going to yet again be a bend but don't break New England Patriots defense. Too long for Cincinnati to go for it here. So a field goal will be attempted. Finally, the defensive line and the pass rush comes up big. And so far, I'm loving what I'm seeing from the secondary, more specifically, in terms of Christian Gonzalez has been going one-on-one against T. Higgins. That's exactly what it should be. Don't give T. Higgins a favorable matchup. Have Gonzo shadowing T. Higgins the entire game. That's how you take him out. Marcus Jones is going to get the return, but he's going to fair catch at the 10-yard line. Offense is going to have to go the length of the field, but whoa, big shout out to my guy, Elf of Courage. A massive, massive $20 donation. Everybody give it up in the chat for Elf of Courage. Make sure to leave a heart on his super chat. Remember that supporting the sponsor, not supporting the sponsor, but just supporting the channel via super chat does go a long way at supporting us here. So really, really appreciate you guys. Elf of Courage says, seriously, PG, why do you allow these we gonna lose people in the live stream? They serve no purpose other than troll and prevent us from enjoying the games, and they just disappear when the Pats start winning. Well, the crazy part is that, so the people that hate on the Patriots that say, like, we're losing the game, they're Patriots fans, right? So it's not like they're Bills fans or Dolphins fans or anything like that that are coming in just to hate. They're Patriots fans. And the thing is, I think these people genuinely believe it. I think when we're down like this and we're playing bad football early in the game, some of them might be trolls, but I genuinely believe that a lot of the people in the chat genuinely believe, like, I'm worried, I'm scared, like, we're going to lose this game. I also think it's just one of those things where everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to get ahead of the wagon, for lack of better words, right? And so what people are trying to do is they're trying to predict what's going to happen. So they're going to say, we're losing, we're losing, we're losing, because they want to come back if we do lose and say, hey, I tried to tell you we were going to lose this game. But yeah, even a broken clock is wrong twice a day, right? Even a broken clock is wrong twice a day. Big shout out to Alpha Courage, man. Patriots 92 comes in with a $5 donation, says losing Milton Williams will be a big problem watching this rushing defense. Yeah, man. I mean, Patriots top 3 rushing defense. If you go back and you look at the film, a lot of times Milton Williams is the guy that is either there, first penetrator to stop the rusher, or he's one of the first guys there. And so let's look at where Chase Brown is in terms of rushing yards so far. All right, so far, Chase Brown, 6 attempts, 37 yards, 6.2 yards per carry. So Chase Brown's actually doing pretty well. And then Mike Gesicki already has 22 yards, 4 targets, 3 receptions. So I agree. Stopping the run is going to be really, really important for this team that has been doing very, very well. But I mean, they've allowed a running back to go for 50 or more yards once on them, and that was against Tampa, Tucker, 2 weeks ago. They did allow Justin Fields to go for over 50 on them last week, but do we count running backs? I don't think so. But Patriots are at the 10. Drake May gets the ball out to Stephon Diggs. Low ball, but Diggs will make the catch. Keep in mind, Stephon Diggs playing through a broken finger also. Something to keep in mind there, but that is a catch there for the Patriots. Moves the chains a little bit. 2nd and 4. All right, Drake May drops back. Drake May with time. Oh, my God, he's intercepted. It's a pick 6 by Drake May, who tries to hit Hunter Henry wide open up the seam, but just throws it in the hands of the safety. And Drake May is not looking good in this game so far. I mean, that is a type of play that Drake May makes in his sleep. I mean, Hunter Henry's wide open up the seam and just overthrows it over the head of Hunter Henry. Maybe the pressure getting to Drake a little bit there up the middle, and maybe that was the issue. But Patriots already down by 10 against Cincinnati. Offense is going to get back on the field right away, but Drake May going to need to step up in this game because right now, not looking good for Drake May. He is not throwing the football well in this game so far. I mean, look, like, there's a lot of football to still be played, okay? I want to make this clear. I want to make that clear. But I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the fact that Drake May is playing really bad so far. Now, look, we're in the second quarter, right? So the first quarter has officially come to a close. 3 quarters to still be played. But so far, Drake May is looking really like if he keeps playing this way, this will be his worst game of the season. And I'm not saying he's going to play that way for the remainder of the game. We'll see how he bounces back. But let's see if his stats are updated here yet. I mean, Drake May right now is 3 of 7 for 16 yards, 1 interception, and a 10.7 overall rating. Drake May has to have a stellar remainder of this game if he wants to stay in the MVP conversation. If Drake May continues this trajectory in this game, this is going to massively hurt his MVP odds. Massively. I'm not sure what was going on there. Like I said, it looks like maybe the pressure got into his face. The accuracy wasn't there. The accuracy hasn't been great in this game, in large part because you just see the pressure getting to him. He's not setting his feet correctly and just soared it over the head of Hunter Henry. Bad starts happen, okay? They happen to every single team. They happen to the Tom Brady New England Patriots. They happen to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Bad starts happen. How do you bounce back from a bad start? That's the discussion. It's the Cincinnati Bengals. Against a good team, I'd be a lot more worried. But it's the Cincinnati Bengals. They're not a good football team. They have 3 wins on the year. This is a game that you can still come back from. But it's going to start with Drake May being a lot better, I'll tell you that. All right, let's see. Patriots with another return. They're going to give this one to Terrell Jennings, who's going to get back to about the 30. It's going to be a 21-yard return. I mean, Drake May just threw the ball to him. It wasn't even like a crazy play by the safety. Hope Drake's okay, man. I've never seen Drake look like this. They're going to give the ball off here to Henderson. Henderson's going to get about 9 yards here. In fact, they're going to give him 8. 2nd and 2. Yeah, bad start is a bad start, but throwing a pick like that is terrible. I mean, it's one thing if it's just an interception, but throwing an interception when you're at the 10, 15-yard line and it's a pick 6, like, got to be better than that. They're going to give the football off again, and Henderson He's going to get the first down here on a 2nd and 2. We could see the Patriots run the football a lot more in this game than previously thought, with Drake May struggling. Marco Wilson, the former New England Patriot, he's dealing with a hamstring injury at cornerback for Cincinnati. He's out. And so Morgan Moses, the right tackle for the Patriots, he's down right now. Hopefully Moses is okay. Patriots are really going to need him. He's done well in terms of injuries this entire season. He struggles to play an entire year. Hopefully that doesn't bite the Patriots in the butt right now. This is one of those games. Shaking my head. Yeah. So far, it is exactly one of those games. How are things going? They're going great. I mean, we're 2 games ahead of the Buffalo Bills, who just lost to the Houston Texans. And so I think a Buffalo Bills fan being in the chat is absolutely wild after you just lost and you're 2 games behind. Even if the Patriots somehow lost this game, they would still be on the top of the AFC East. That's crazy. That's crazy. Looks like we're going to get a look at the rookie Marcus Bryant over on the right side. Hopefully Morgan Moses can come back into the game. But at least for now, looks like Morgan Moses is out. The Colts are up on the Chiefs 14-3. Let's see. Jets and Ravens is scoreless right now. It's kind of crazy. The Colts are impressive. Yeah, Glenn. The Colts are doing their thing, man. They're gonna be a fun team to watch in the postseason, man. Look, I'm not expecting the Patriots to like go to the Super Bowl or anything like that. I'm really not. That would be absurd to me if they actually do go to the Super Bowl. Anything's possible, I guess, when you get to the postseason, but them even making the playoffs is huge. Morgan Moses, by the way, is headed to the locker room, so not a great sign there, but he is walking off under his own power. But as long as we just don't see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl and we get something new, you know, I think America wins. But Drake May throwing the football in the middle, pass incomplete, put juice on that one. Just another non-accurate throw here by May. Trying to get it to Mac Hollins and just ball still inaccurate. There's nothing for me to say other than he's just off. He had time in the pocket. He's off. He has time. He gets it to Henderson. Henderson will make the catch, but still going to be about 4 yards short. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Did his wife leave him? I don't know. His wife's been making him bread. So maybe there was something in the bread. Third and 4, Patriots. They got to put up some type of points. You got to get a conversion. We're 1 of 3 on 3rd down. Cincinnati gets the ball to start the 3rd quarter. May has time. May's going to run. And May's going to get the first. So first time we saw May get outside the pocket and run. Maybe that's what May needs to do. Maybe May just needs to get outside the pocket, needs to run a little bit more, because what we're seeing from Drake May is that he's very still in the pocket. Like they're kind of just having him be a pocket passing quarterback right now, and that's not Drake May. Drake May throws on the run. He gets outside the pocket. He extends plays. The ball did get punched out, by the way. So Drake May did lose the ball, but he got it back. So ball security is not there for May either. Needs to do better. Don't get shaken up if you're Drake. Checks it down to Stevenson, and Stevenson with an insane truck on a Bengals defender. It's going to be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Yeah, fumble low-key. Yeah, honestly, it wasn't even low-key. I remember seeing it like real time. I was like, was that a fumble? All right, Patriots are across the 50. 2nd and 5. Got to capitalize here. They're going to give the football off to Ramondre. Ramondre going to be about 2 yards short on 3rd. Gain of 3, 3rd and 2. Pats are not developing the run. Honestly, I think the issue with the Patriots is that they're kind of one-dimensional right now. I think they're being kind of forced to run the football because just the passing attack hasn't consistently been there, which I don't think anybody's used to seeing. 3rd and 2. Ramondre Stevenson still in the field. Diggs in motion. Drake drops back. Drake hits Hunter Henry for the first down. And we got an accurate pass here by Drake May, baby. Let's go. That's what I like to see. An accurate pass. Drake May is trash. He's trash in this game so far, but to say Drake May's a trash player, that's why he's top 3 in every single statistical category for quarterbacks this season, right? Hashtag know your ball. All right, 1st and 10 for the Pats. Henderson in the backfield. Drake under pressure. He gets out to Henry. Touchdown, Patriots! And just like that, they're back in the game. Drake May, with the pressure on him, steps up into the pocket, finds Hunter Henry for the touchdown, baby. And that gets the Patriots back into the football game, baby. And just like that, New England is back in the football game. Both of the tackles collapse. Marcus Bryant cannot pick up his defender. Drake May steps up, though, finds Hunter Henry wide open for the touchdown. So Drake started off rough, but on that drive, starting to look a little bit better. So hopefully that gives them a little bit of confidence as the team is now only down by 3. Drake May responds, baby. That's exactly what you wanted to see. And now everybody in the chat is silent. Yep. Oh, but Drake May sucks. Oh, but you guys are losing this game now. Oh, but go Bills. But this is what happens when you talk too soon. This is what happens when you talk too soon, bro. Oh, God. Like, dude, are some people just slow? You're down by 10 against the Cincinnati Bengals early in the 2nd quarter, and everybody hates. It's crazy. Go Bills. Hey, man, rough loss to the Texans. Rough loss to the Texans there, man, if you're a Bills fan. That was a fun game. I'm going to be honest. I was watching that game. That was a fun game. I mean, if you're a Bills fan, I know you lost the game and it's difficult, but, like, you got to admit, that was a fun game. You got to admit, that was a fun game. Threatened to bench Drake May for Dobbs. And then he responded, haha, S27. He must have heard about you. He must have heard about you. My boy Trey comes back in with a $2 donation and says that that Scam Newton said got into May's head. It might have a little bit. It might have a little bit. No, I don't think it did. I don't think it actually got into Drake May's head. I just think that he wasn't setting his feet correctly. The pressure was getting to him early on in this game. Like if we go back, the pressure was getting to Drake May in this game early on, especially up the middle. And he wasn't setting his feet correctly. I think that had a bit of a trickle-down effect. Keep in mind, too, the Patriots haven't played in over a week. And so I think these guys are also a little bit rusty. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hope that this is not a sign of things to come. Like, I hope that if the short bye week got into their heads a little bit, I really hope that when we have our actual bye week after the Giants game in just a week, when they go into that bye week, I really hope that they don't come out inept. I hope they don't come out tired. I hope they don't come out fatigued. I hope that they come out prepared and refreshed from that bye week. I hope that they use that bye week the way that the bye week is supposed to be utilized, and that's to get you back on track, to get you healthy, and give you extra time for preparation. I really, really hope, man. Because a lot of teams have that issue where they come out of the bye week and they're just out of football shape. They're out of the football mindset. My boy Alpha Courage with a $10 donation. Big shout out to Alpha Courage, who says, "Where are you? We gonna lose, idiots, at now." They gone. They gone. Unless Cincinnati scores here with any type of point, they're gone, man. That's the thing, is when the Patriots are back into the game, you hear none of the haters talking. But the second that it looks like, well, things aren't going great for New England, now all of a sudden, the haters are back in the chat. But they're nowhere to be seen when the Patriots are doing well. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Everybody's doubting the Patriots, including some Patriots fans. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Flacco isn't a bad quarterback. No, Flacco's not a bad quarterback at all. I mean, this is a guy who won a Super Bowl, right? So, like, let's calm down saying Joe Flacco's trash. Now, Joe Flacco, is he past his prime? Yes, but a report came out earlier this week that Flacco is also trying to win a starting quarterback job for the 2026 NFL season. So, Cincinnati at the 20. Oh, Patriots are going to stop him at the line. Jack Gibbons, the first one there to the ball carrier. Oh. Morgan Moses is back on the sideline. He's questionable to return, but he went down, but he's dealing with an illness. So it's not an injury, it's an illness that apparently he's dealing with. So that's interesting. Brendan Schooler also questionable to return with an injury. 2nd and 10. Flacco drops back. Flacco gets hit. Josivas with a crazy catch. Not sure how he made that catch, but I mean, Joe Flacco got hit as he threw, going up against Gonzo, and yeah, Josivas gets that. Honestly, no hate on Gonzo. That's just a really insane play by the wide receiver, Josivas, and a great play by Flacco to fit that into a tight window. That is a crazy catch. Uses his length, toe taps. Another Patriot down. Can't afford this one. Kyrie's Tonga is down on the field for the Patriots right now. What is going on with the Patriots' strength and conditioning right now? Hey, man, big shout out Big shout out to Mr. Automotive himself. My brother, good to see you back in the chat. Longtime supporter said, let's fucking go. Oh, yeah. That's the type of energy we need, Mr. Automotive. The king of the channel comes back in after a long hiatus to make sure that everybody knows the energy must remain high. My guy, your guy, Mr. Automotive. Big shout out to him, man. Big shout out to him. Big shout out to Paula. Did I say that right? Paula? Paula coming in, becoming a new member of the channel. We appreciate you. You know, have exclusive access to emojis such as the Patriots Global emojis, Mike Vrabel emoji, Drake May emoji. You also get the Patriots Global logo next to your name every single time you comment on the channel, and you get priority replies in the comments. Mr. Automotive says, I'm back. That's what we like to see, man. That's what we like to see, baby. We need the good energy in the chat. Need the good energy in the chat. Colby, is Richie Grant active today at safety? And so, let me see. Make sure I tell you the correct thing. Make sure I tell you the correct thing here. So he wasn't promoted to a game day elevation. So it was Joshua Farms. So Farms was the guy that was promoted from the practice squad, not Grant. Hopefully Tongo's okay, man. That's huge for the Patriots. Mr. Automotive comes back here with a $10 donation. Says, I'm back, everyone. Amen. Everybody give some love in the chat for our guy, Mr. Automotive. Big time supporter of the channel. Great to see him back. All right, they're going to give this one off to Chase Brown. Pretty good run here. See what they give him. Probably about 6 or 7. Oh, they're actually going to give him 5. They look like a much bigger game than 5, but all right. Patriots are starting to get very, very thin at defensive tackle right now. Running the football very well against New England. All right, 2nd down and 5. Is he going to check the football down? Intercepted! Intercepted by Marcus Jones, and that's a pick 6. He baited Joe Flacco into it. As soon as I saw Marcus Jones come down, I said, there's no way. There is no way that he is about to throw this thing. And he does. Joe Flacco, pick 6, and the Patriots respond with a defensive play of their own. Are you kidding me? Joe Flacco had the check down there, doesn't throw it, comes back to the check down when Marcus Jones closes in on the running back, and Marcus Jones just picks the thing off. Marcus Jones was in stride, closing down on the check down, and just picks the football off. I'm not sure what Joe Flacco was thinking there. If you wanted the check down was there for you 2 seconds prior. Why did you look away from it? And they'll go back to it when Marcus Jones was closing on the football. Great, great play there by Marcus Jones to take advantage of a bad football play there. Marcus Jones, another big-time play that the Patriots needed to give them the lead. Sometimes the offense isn't going to give you what it needs. Sometimes the defense has to step up and give you a little bit of extra, and Marcus Jones seems to always be that extra, baby. Wow. What a play by Marcus Jones. I mean, we were gifted a play. And Marcus Jones took advantage of that. I mean, he's a cornerback, and so he could have just deflected that thing. He could have dropped the football, but he doesn't. I love how Joe Flacco threw the interception and then just He didn't even try. He just put his head down as soon as he threw the ball. He didn't even try to go after him. S27 says Marcus Jones, NFL MVP. The dude just makes plays. Honestly, it's good to see Marcus Jones make a play again because after he got that extension a few weeks ago, he's been burned. He's been burned at times. And, he hasn't really been making a whole lot of plays since he got that extension. It was good to see him come up and make a big time play to give the Patriots the lead, man. So good to see him get back into the mix. MVP, baby. Defensive player of the year. Alpha Courage comes back in here with a $2 donation, says, this makes up for our pick six. It does. Now, look, nobody's going to take that out of the resume for Drake May. Look, when you're playing at an MVP level, you can't make plays like that, and that's going to be something that will go against him. But in terms of this game alone, from a wide range, from a wide lens, you guys got a pick six on us. Now we got a pick six on you. We responded. All right, they're going to run the football up the middle. They're going to get about 5 or 6 here. It'll be 6. 2nd and 4. All right, 2nd and 4. They're going to hand the football off here. Chase Brown, a little bit of misdirection. Carlton Davis is going to bring them down, but they will get the first. Gain of 5. Woo. All right. 1st and 10. Cincinnati's at the 46. And Patriots blitzed there and got a little too aggressive in the middle. Chase Brown bounced it to the outside. Flag on the play, though. That's going to be holding on the offense. It's going to be replay a 1st down. So that play is going to come back. That's on the rookie guard for Cincinnati, Dylan Fairchild. It's going to be 1st and 20 now. All right, T. Higgins in motion. Backed up to the 36 now for Cincinnati. They're going to run the football, and they're only going to get about 2. Corey Durden making a big play, 2nd and 18. All right, let's see. So if you're Cincinnati, it's 2nd 18. So you want to get about 9 yards here on 2nd and then another 9 to 10 on 3rd. That would be what I would look to do. But the Patriots are going to blitz here. Robert Spillane gets some pressure. Joe Flacco throws the football to the ground, incomplete. So 3rd and 18 now coming up for Cincinnati. All right, 3rd and 18. If I'm the Patriots, just make sure that you don't allow anything underneath. Give some cushion, back it up, just don't allow the first. Guys, we got 132 people watching live on YouTube, more watching on Twitter, but only 56 like buttons hit. Everybody hit that like button, and let's try to reach our like button goal of 200 likes by the end of the stream. Oh, Higgins jumps. This might back him up even more. It's going to be Mike Gesicki, actually. So Higgins and Gesicki both jump. So that's going to put Cincinnati back even more. So Patriots are going to play deep here. They're going to rush 4. Oh, they try to pitch it. Wow. So we saw something very similar in Bills versus Texans on Thursday. Bengals try to do something very similar of their own. Catch, run, pitch the ball, try to get something after. But that was a big play for Cincinnati. It's 4th and 6 now. So if they were able to break another tackle or two, maybe get the first. So good play call offensively. Honestly, I hope Josh McDaniels puts that into a play call of his own there offensively. But nonetheless, Patriots hold them 4th and 6. Cincinnati's going to punt. Marcus Jones is going to return, but going to get tackled at the 10. So Patriots are going to have to go the length of the field offensively on this one. And Mr. Automotive says, hit the like 1 billion times, baby. 1 billion, man. We might break a YouTube record. 1 billion. All right, 4 minutes left here in the second. Morgan Moses is back in the game over at right tackle. Henderson in the backfield. Going to get about 4, 2nd and 6. All right, Patriots at the 14-yard line, 2nd and 6. Drake May drops back. Drake May hits Hunter Henry again. So right now, Drake May just trying to go to his playmakers, especially his big body targets, Hunter Henry especially. That's been his go-to guy as this offense has started to find a little bit more success. But Drake under some pressure finds Hunter Henry, though, and they're going to get the first. All right, 1st and 10. Matt Collins in motion. Trevion Henderson is only going to get about 3. All right, 2nd and 7. Henry's underrated, dude. I agree. I think Hunter Henry's a top 10 tight end in the NFL. I really do. I don't even think it's a debate. All right, Pop Douglas. Going to put him in the backfield. Drake May goes in the middle. Where does he go? Goes to Austin Hooper this time. So Drake May really operating with his tight ends in this game. Doesn't look like a big wide receiver game. It's all the tight ends. Tight end university this week for New England. Patriots running hurry-up offense. 48-yard line. And won't get it off before the 2-minute. So 2-minute warning here. Can the Patriots drive down the football field? knock this into the end zone to make it 21-10 with nothing left on the clock. Let's see. Oh, Gonzo's wearing a Tom Brady shirt pregame. That's hard. I can show you guys this. This camera just never be focusing. Hold up. There we go. Let's just do it that way. That's fire, man. And then the back, I think the back's probably even more fire. Yeah, man. Dude. That's awesome. That's an awesome shirt. Which Joe is playing today? Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco. All right, Borgalis is warming up here just in case. Hopefully he's kicking an extra point, not a field goal. But Ramondre Stevenson as the Patriots' outside wide receiver. All right, Drake drops back. Drake goes back to Austin Hooper, fits this one into a real tight window. But Austin Hooper able to make the catch. Drake May able to put some velocity on this thing to fit it into a couple of defenders there. Back shoulder there to Austin Hooper. Another conversion for the Pats. 1st and 10. Man, Drake May, rough start. 3 of 7, but now he's 7 of 8. So he's gotten hot. He's 10 of 15 right now. Drake May, they're going to give this one off to Ramondre Stevenson. He's going to get about 2. 2nd and 8. All right, Ramondre Stevenson back outside a wide receiver. Drake May, under pressure, throws the football at the feet of Hunter Henry. They're saying that the Patriots fumbled, but this looked like it was just a pass forward by Drake May. We got to get a replay of this. That's a pass. That's a pass. That is not a fumble. There we go. There we go. So they originally call it a fumble recovered by Cincinnati. And then after they re-look at it, they say, oh, our bad. Yeah, that was just a pass. To everybody, that was a pass. I don't know what the rest were looking at, trying to say that that was a fumble by Drake May. He pitched it to the feet of Hunter Henry. We all saw that in real time. So Patriots keep the ball after the refs tried to swing it and say that Cincinnati recovered. I'm not sure what that was. All right, 3rd and 8. At the very least, want to get this one a little bit closer for Andy. All right, Keyshawn Booty on the outside. Ramondre Stevenson comes back in. I'd expect a blitz here. I mean, Cincinnati, you want to get Drake May out of field goal position at the very least. Drake May goes outside the pocket, tries to run for it. He's going to be just short, though, of the first. It's 4th and 2. Offense is staying on the field right now. So Cincinnati calls a timeout with 30 seconds left. It's 4th and 2. Do the Patriots go for 3? Or are they going to go for it here? Kind of surprised that's not a horse collar tackle. Well, the offense is staying on the field. Let's see if they really run this thing or if they're just going to try to get Cincinnati offsides. Fourth and 2. Diggs in motion. They're adjusting. Diggs coming back. And they're going to call a timeout. So Patriots just trying to get them off sides. But yeah, it looks like they're going to go for 3 here. They're bringing out Andy Borgales to try to make this a 7-point lead instead of a 4-point lead. All right, Andy Borgales, 15 of 17 this season. This is a 41-yard attempt. Saw him miss last week against the Jets. And automatic Andy right up the middle to give the Patriots an extended lead now of 7 points. Cincinnati will get the football back with 2 timeouts left in 28 seconds. Cincinnati also will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so got to make sure you don't allow any type of points here. Automatic Andy, baby. MVP of the year. All right, got to imagine Cincinnati won't be crazy aggressive here. I mean, 28 seconds to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter. 1 possession game. Charlie Joe, no! Oh my gosh, they bring him down, but Charlie Jones with an insane return, but a flag on the play. Keep in mind, no Brendan Schooler in right now also. Holding on the Bengals. 10-yard penalty. Oh, the former Patriot, John Giles Harris. Coming up big for us. So, this thing's coming back. It was a 67-yard return. Wow, that penalty could have given them at least 3 points. But now Cincinnati, instead of being across the 50, they're at the 18-yard line. Oh my gosh! Chase Brown with a big run here. We're playing a little bit too soft right now. 11 seconds left. Cincinnati takes a timeout. Can't allow a big play here. Cincinnati will have an opportunity to kick a field goal. McPherson kicked a 54-yarder earlier on in the game. All right. Flacco going to hit the middle of the field, and it's caught by T. Higgins. Gain of 16, and Cincinnati is going to attempt a kick here. 63-yarder. Defense playing a little bit too soft here before half. Playing prevent. Man, they better not make this, because if they make this and we're looking at this going from a 7-point lead down to a 4-point lead for New England, I mean, defense cannot play that soft. This is a 63-yarder. Oh, and he gets it. New career lawn for McPherson. 63-yard. So that basically wipes out. That basically wipes out the Andy Borgales field goal. Got to send out a tweet here. Bad complimentary football. All right. Bengals will get the ball to start the third quarter. That's even more so why you didn't want them to score, right? Like you go up by 7, you're draining the clock. You only give them about 20 seconds left, and that's exactly why the Patriots try to drain the clock every single week is because even if you leave a little bit of time on the board, plays like this can happen. And so, big kickoff return, 60 some yards, but thankfully it gets called back because of a flag. But then you allow a 15-yard run and then another 15-yard reception to T. Higgins, which sets up a 63-yard field goal. And yes, a 63-yard field goal is certainly impressive, but with 20 seconds left, the defense was too busy playing prevent, making sure nothing was allowed over the top, that you allowed them to essentially wipe away the Andy Borgales field goal because you allowed them in back-to-back plays get pretty decent yardage to even set them up for the opportunity. I mean, McPherson hit from 54 yards earlier easily. You had to feel like he was going to at least have a good opportunity to hit that 63-yarder there, and he does. And so instead of being up by 7 going into halftime, now you're only up by 4, and the defense has to come up big to start the second half. Like, I know there's a lot of injuries, but you were so busy playing prevent that you weren't worried that they were going to get into field goal range to have an opportunity. I mean, the fact that in 20 seconds you allow them to get into field goal range, yikes, man. Like 63-yard field goal or not, you allowed 2 big plays on back-to-back plays there. Ben Brown holding it down. I have to give the Bengals credit. I mean, you certainly do. I mean, McPherson, a really, really good kick there. A 63-yard field goal is really difficult. Not a lot of kickers can make that, but honestly, it shouldn't have even they shouldn't have been in that case. After the penalty on the return, they started at the 18-yard line. I mean, the fact that in 20 seconds, starting at the 18, and you allow them to get into field goal range, I mean, come on. What are we doing? Colby, do you think that Craig Woodson will get his first interception in the second half? I don't. I don't. Anything can happen, but Craig Woodson has had a lot of opportunities to make those plays, and every single time he has the opportunity, he doesn't make it. And he's a rookie, so that's perfectly fine. But I don't think he's going to get an interception in this game personally. If I had to put money on it, what the? Wow. The Jets are beating Baltimore right now. No excuse for the Patriots to not beat them then. Seahawks are low key scary, man. They're balling. Come on, bro. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not yet. Man, Kyle Duggar's balling out for the Steelers, man. Before we continue on today's live stream watch party, though, I want to give a big shout out to our good friends over at Kalshi. Right now, have them pinned in the live chat for you guys to check them out. Download their app. It's available on iOS. It's available on Android. They also have a website you can use if you prefer that, if you don't want to download the app. Remember that supporting the sponsors, that supports the channel, supports us massively here at Patriots Global. So if you guys do want to support the channel, make sure you guys go ahead and download the app and check out Kalshi. Again, pinned in the live chat right now. When looking at the lines here for New England Patriots and Cincinnati Bengals, right now you can see 81% of people were taking the New England Patriots in this game. 19% of people were taking Cincinnati. And you can see all the money that's going on in this game and just how these lines and people's opinions have changed throughout time. That's my favorite part about Kalshi. Cool thing, too, about Kalshi is that you're not playing against Kalshi themselves. You're playing up against real people. Now, Kalshi is not a sports book. They're the best damn trades market on the platform, available in every single state. Make sure you guys go ahead and check them out today. Play responsibly. And even if you are ultimately wrong on your take, Kalshi will not make a single cent off you. But I'll be honest with you guys, I've made more money using Kalshi this season than I've made on any other sports book in the past. So go ahead and check out Kalshi. But of course, as always, play responsibly. Not only can you get in on football lines, but you can get in on things such as entertainment, politics. You can even get in on lines such as, is it going to rain tomorrow? All of that and so much more over with our good friends over at Kalshi. Let's go ahead and let's get back into that. There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to put on. There we go. That's better. Let's see. Alpha Courage comes back in here and says, any news on when we'll get some of our injured players back? No real news. And unfortunately, when you're live in game, there's not really much that you can talk about or take away because those guys have to go through x-rays, MRIs, all that good stuff. And that usually doesn't happen until after the game. Kyrie's Tonga looks like he was okay, but he is still questionable to return. Morgan Moses did return. He's dealing with an illness. I don't know why he was down on the ground if he's dealing with an illness, but that's what they put on the screen, that he's dealing with an illness. But he did return to the game. Doesn't look like Jared Wilson is going to return for this one. He was carted off. I think it's going to be something probably long-term. You just hope that it's not season ending. And then Brendan Schooler, like I said earlier, he's also dealing with an injury. He is questionable to return. So lots of injuries, man. Lots of injuries for New England piling up in this game. Not ideal in the slightest. Not ideal. But friends, I will be right back. I'm going to go grab a water as we gear up for the second half. All right. Let's go. All right, Cincinnati's going to get across the 30 here. 21-yard return. A little bit slow to get up, though. See what Braves got to say. Vrabel saying that they didn't finish the first half the way that they wanted to, trading field goals. So at least it is something that the team does acknowledge. But Flacco goes out to T. Higgins on 1st and 10. It's Ellis and Carlton Davis that make the stop. All right, 2nd and 7. They're going to give it off here to Chase Brown. It's going to be tackled for a couple. It's going to be up 3rd down already. Is this make or break for Drake May in the MVP race if he doesn't play good in the second half? I wouldn't say it's make or break. I mean, there's a lot of football to still be played, and I think it does come down to the wire. But look, he starts off slow. He has the pick 6. That's already going to hurt him. If he doesn't have a good statistical game in terms of his overall quarterback rating, completion percentage, yards, this is certainly going to bring him down. So he does have to have a good second half, but I don't think it'll completely inept him if he doesn't. But it's going to be a lot harder. But 3rd down, Patriots look like they're going to get the sack, and then Flacco shakes it off but throws it to the ground. 4th and 5. Big shout out to Paul, though, for the big $5 donation. Let's take a look at this real quick. And so Chason had the opportunity to bring Flacco down. Tackles him up high, though. Flacco just shakes him off. But the Patriots get the pressure nonetheless. Incomplete there on 4th and 5. Chason should have had that sack, though. And Cincinnati's going to punt. And the Patriots are going to have to go the length of the field again. Stopped inside the 10-yard line yet again. Flacco dealing with a little bit of an injury, too, there on his shoulder. Something to watch. Make sure if you guys are just tuning in, you subscribe here to the channel for all your New England Patriots news, thoughts, reactions, analysis, breakdowns, and everything in between. And of course, hit that like button if you have not already. 123 people watching on YouTube right now, more watching on Twitter. Only 81 likes. Only 81 likes. Make sure you guys slam that like button, and let's get to 200 likes by the end of the stream, man. Hitting that like button is completely free. It takes less than a second, and it supports the channel tremendously when you guys hit that like button. It basically tells YouTube, hey, this video is doing pretty well. This channel is doing pretty well. People seem to love it. Let's go push it out to more people. Josh says that he thinks that 300 is still possible. Well, if we look at it, Drake May, he is 10 of 16 for 120 yards, a touchdown, an interception, and an overall rating of 80.2. And so he has to throw for what? 280? 280. What am I saying? That's crazy. Guys, that's why you never do math live on the show. 280 was not correct. Yeah, at all. So you know what? Here's what we're going to do. 180. Yeah, that's a lot more like it. I don't know why I said 280. 180. So it's possible, but he's going to have a better second half than a better first half. He's going up against the worst defense in the league. And so there's Marco Wilson, Cincinnati's cornerback. He also went out. And so they're a little bit even more inept there on the back half of their defense. So it's possible, but I'm not expecting it. This will probably be another game where he goes for like 280 and just barely gets to 300, or will just miss it, rather, I should say. But I mean, he keeps having to go the length of the field, so it is possible. Patriots starting at the 10-yard line. They're going to give the football off to Henderson, and Henderson is going to be stopped behind the line. 2nd and 11 now for the Pats. Patriots now at the 9-yard line. 2nd and 11. Drake May drops back. Broken up, was looking for Mac Hollins. But a good pass breakup here by Cincinnati. Lucky that wasn't a tip drill. Drake May just trying to give Mac Hollins an opportunity, but Hollins just can't create any separation. 3rd and 11 now for New England, and this is the problem with being backed up so deep. Patriots haven't converted on a 3rd down, 8 yards or more. Can this be their first one? Drake May's going deep. Oh, and he gets him. That's going to be Pop Douglas, who hits the celly at the end. Great pass by Drake May and good ball tracking skills by Pop Douglas. So that height difference not looking to be an issue for Drake May when it comes to Pop Douglas anymore. And they had Pop Douglas matched up on a linebacker playing zone coverage there. Tried to pass him off, but Pop able to track the football down. And now the Patriots getting closer to the 50. They're at the 46-yard line. They're going to give a little bit of misdirection. They're going back to Pop Douglas. Pop Douglas getting into space, but he trips. So he's going to get another first down here. So the last 2 plays have all been DeMario Pop Douglas. I saw someone say Booty not playing. Booty is on the field. So Booty is in the game. So good play. Good back-to-back plays, I should say. Patriots now across the 50. They're at the 40. Drake May going to pass. He's going deep. Opportunity for Kayshon Boutte, who is being held, and that's a flag. Kayshon Boutte being held all day. And Drake May sees Boutte one-on-one. He's always going to give him that opportunity. And that was holding all day long. Pass interference by Cincinnati. Spot of the foul, first down. Okay, I do agree with this, though. Bro, Pop has to trip himself more often than any player I've ever seen. Pop Douglas is so, fast that he gets tripped up so much. Pop Douglas probably could have another couple touchdowns in his repertoire this season if he didn't trip constantly. All right, Drake May, quarterback designed run. He's just going to toss this thing out of bounds. So Drake May tries to run for it on the outside. Nothing there, so he just tosses it out of bounds. All right, Pop Douglas in motion, fakes the toss, checks it down to Henderson. Henderson makes one guy miss, but gets brought down at the 1. It's going to be 3rd down. It's a gain of 4, so a solid gain on second. All right, 3rd and goal. Patriots at the 1-yard line. Got to punch this baby in to extend that lead of 4. Henderson's in the backfield. Hunter Henry in motion. They're going to bring him back in. And the Patriots are calling a timeout here. They don't like the look. Looks like it was going to be a run play. They brought Henry back in, but it looks like Cincinnati was getting ready for that. Because the Bengals shifted their D-line when the Patriots brought Henry back in. So, didn't like the look. You take a timeout. 1-yard line. Got to have this. Potential for this to be 2-down territory. All right, 1-yard line. Looks like Patriots. Oh, Drake May almost trips. He gets the block, and it's incomplete. Broken up, was looking for Hunter Henry. John Giles Harris, the former Patriots linebacker, comes in with the stop. So Drake immediately gets stepped on here. I want to say that's Bradbury that steps on his foot. Not the first time that's happened, by the way. So Drake May just a little bit slow getting out of the pocket, but even if it wasn't, I'm not sure if he converts there, but it's 4th and 1. Patriots offense is staying out there. Come on, baby. Incomplete. Flag on the play. Went for booty, flag on the play. Why are they passing on the 1-yard line? Honestly, it's mainly because the defense is just crowding the box, so they just don't feel good about their ability to run on the 1-yard line, which is very fair. Oh, Booty was being held again. And that's the good thing, too, about passing the football is that there's potential for there to be holding on the defense. If you're running the football, chances are defense ain't going to be holding. And that's a hold. That's a hold all day. Dax Hill, the cornerback, holding on Kayshon Boutte there again. Fedarian Lowe comes in, so Patriots running a jumbo package. They got a fresh set of downs. They're on that half-yard line. Patriots probably going to try to give this one an opportunity on the ground. And they will give it an opportunity. And he won't get it. The Patriots go to Terrell Jennings, and I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know why you're going to Terrell Jennings in this case. You got Ramondre Stevenson back in the game. That's your bulldozing running back. Why not give it to him? Why not give it to Henderson? I know Terrell Jennings is the 5-minute back. He's supposed to be that hard-nosed running back, but he was the hard-nosed running back in replace of Ramondre. Now that Ramondre's back in the game, why is he not being given that opportunity? So the Patriots lose a yard there, but it's 2nd down. After the holding, they get a fresh set. May goes to Henry. Touchdown, Hunter Henry for number 2 on the day. This is going to be a holding call, though. Might be on the offense. Matt Collins runs into a defender. That's probably going to be the penalty here. Pass interference by Matt Collins. Replay, second down. So the Patriots are now at the 11-yard line. They got second down and they got third down to be able to punch this thing into the end zone, but some self-inflicted wounds got the Patriots going backwards now. They're going to pitch it off here to Hunter Henry. Wow, so a tight end pitch here, and Henry runs this thing up the middle. The Patriots get back to the 1-yard line, but still not into the end zone. So good design there to get Hunter Henry running up the middle as if he's the running back. Good play call, good design there by McDaniels, but still an inch short. And here we are back at the 1-yard line. Feel like we've been here for days. And the Patriots have already used 2 out of 3 timeouts, and there's 8 minutes left in the third. After all this, you got to capitalize. Ramondre's in the backfield. Jack Westover's in the backfield. Patriots at the 1-yard line. Is this 2-down territory? Hope it doesn't even get there. All right, they give the football off to Ramondre. Push Ramondre, boys. You ain't going to get there. Fourth and 1, and the Patriots, they've really struggled. They've really struggled on this 1-yard line, going for it right now. Glass half full, glass half empty. If you don't get it, you get nothing. If you do get it, you get 7. But even if you don't get it, now the Bengals have to take over at the 1-yard line. Do you trust your defense to step up there, potentially get a safety? Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield. It's 4th and goal, still at the 1-yard line. Henry coming back in motion. They give the football off to Mondre. It's the same play on back-to-back plays, and he's stopped. $13 of 16 on 4th down if you're New England this season. And they don't convert. So all of that work turns into nothing for the New England Patriots. I understand why you go for it. Again, you were 14 of 16 on 4th down this season. You're on the 1-yard line, up by 4. I see why they go for it, but I don't know. Just based off the trajectory of this game, personally, I didn't feel confident about them getting it on the 1-yard line. I probably would have just went for the 3, but I think the way that they're thinking about this is that, look, best case scenario, get into the end zone for 7. Worst case scenario, now you don't have any points, but Cincinnati is now taking over at the 1-yard line. And so I think they play an aggressive style of defense here to where you're hoping that they can maybe get the safety and then get the football back, but we'll see. Yeah, I probably would have passed it there, but I think that they liked the look that they were getting defensively because the defense wasn't just expecting a run. The defense was kind of spreading out. And so I think that they were expecting that the Bengals thought that it was going to be a run or that it was going to be a pass. And so they ran the football with Ramondre. But I probably would have trusted Drake May to throw the ball there. Because running on the 1 yard line, it's a lot more difficult than it sounds. Is that stop on Stevenson? I mean, no. Where do we want? I mean, we got to go back and look at the play for a more in-depth look. But first glance, I would say no, because where else was Ramondre supposed to go? He was stonewalled. I mean, maybe you give Henderson an opportunity there. I know Henderson isn't exactly the type of running back that carries a pile, but maybe the speed there could have kept that defense honest. All right, on the 1 yard line, Chase Brown's in the backfield. And oh my gosh. Well, so much for the safety. He gets 11 yards on that one. He runs right up the middle. He breaks one ball carrier, he breaks one defender for the Patriots, and the ball carrier might be off into the end zone. Come on, man. All right, they fake the handoff. Chase Brown stays in the block. Up the middle to Yosivash. Looked like got some pressure on him, but Yosivash able to still make the play while Joe Flacco stays in the pocket, delivers a pass. Not really sure who was covering Yosivash there, but they run the football again with Chase Brown, is having a really good day on the ground. Patriots have allowed another running back to go for 50-plus yards on them. All right, Patriots look like they're expecting a run, crowding the box here. It is a toss-off to Chase Brown, who will get stopped at the line on 2nd and 4. It's going to be 3rd and 4 now. Hawkins and Spillane, the first ones there. All right, 3rd and 4 for Cincinnati. They're going to pass here. Joe Flacco almost intercepted, but this thing's going to be incomplete. That was... See, was that Hawkins? And it was Jalen Hawkins who should have had the pick. Oh, Jalen Hawkins should have had the pick, but he runs into Robert Spillane, or I should say Robert Spillane runs into him and just clocks him. So Spillane clocks Hawkins and drops the interception, but it's still 4th down nonetheless. Could have been huge for the Patriots offense. Jalen Hawkins had come up with that interception, but it's all right. Make sure you guys slam that like button if you haven't yet. 174 watching on YouTube, more watching on Twitter, but still only 89 like buttons hit. If you guys like what you're seeing or you really just want to support the channel, we do everything on this channel by myself. We got no help. It's not a committee. It's not a business, nothing like that. We do everything on the channel ourselves. If you guys want to support us, make sure to slam that like button. It's one of the best ways to support. Takes you less than a second. All you got to do is tap your screen, and it's completely free. All right, so Patriots go for it there on the 1 yard line. They don't get it, but they get the football back just a few plays later. So hopefully this time can drive down the football field and actually do something there with it. Drake May is 13 of 22, 171. Not really much of a running game here. Henderson is 9 carries, 27 yards, 3 yards per carry. Stevenson is 4 carries, 5 yards, 1.3 yards per carry. Wow, this is going to be the first game that the Patriots have allowed a running back to go for 100+ yards on them. Chase Brown, 16 attempts, 97 yards, 6.1 yards per carry. Uh, All right, Patriots taking over the 24-yard line. Austin Hooper in motion, toss to the outside to Henderson. Henderson shakes off one guy, spins around. He's going to get about 4. Looks like they'll give him 3. Another lineman down for the Pats. Who is this? Oh, Will Campbell's down. Ah, shit. Will Campbell is also down on the field. Not good, man. Not good. Hopefully Campbell's all right. See if we can get an update. Sounds like he's dealing with a leg injury. He's being helped off the field. This is just an unreal game, man. Will Campbell injured. Jared Wilson injured. Tonga injured. Schooler injured. Big shout out to Patriots 92 with the $2 donation. Says Patriots really need a bye week bad. They got one more game, man. They got one more game at home against the Giants. And then the bye week comes in. And like you said, they could desperately, desperately use this right now. Who's the a-hole that jinxed the Patriots injury luck? Like, if you were the a-hole that said, oh, at least the Patriots aren't dealing with injuries, F you, man. Just F you. You jinxed it. Vidarian Lowe has to come in. Drake May goes to Booty. They get the first down. They're not giving us even a look at the Will Campbell injury, so I really can't even tell you what happened. He was just down on the ground at one point. They didn't show us the play. Yeah, who's the a-hole, man? Because I've heard a lot of Patriots reporters talking about, oh, at least they're not dealing with it. Why would you say that? Think it. Knock on wood. Don't say it. You never say it. 1st and 10. Drake May dumps it off to Austin Hooper for a gain of a couple. It's going to be a gain of a 4. 2nd and 6. You remember Lowe the hero? Look, Lowe had a good rep on that Keyshawn Booty catch, I will say. But give me Will Campbell, baby. Give me Will Campbell. Please get Will Campbell back into the game, bro. Like, give us an update on Will Campbell. Give us something. Like, how do you not even mention Will Campbell being injured? Drake May going deep to Hollins, and he gets him. Flag on the play. Oh, my God. They don't know who this flag's on. Pass interference on Cincinnati. Penalties declined. That's a first down. That's Hill yet again. Here's the thing. Some refs are going to call everything. Some refs are going to call nothing. But if you're the refs, you got to be able to feel confident about your calls. And these refs don't know what they're doing, bro. They're not sure what to call and what the call is. And Henderson gain a 6, though, on first down. All right, 2nd and 4. Drake May's under pressure, and he's taken down. It's going to be 3rd and long now for New England, 3rd and 12. And they just send, I want to say, a cornerback blitz, and then nobody picks him up. May sees him, but he tries to dodge him. There's nowhere May can go. May can't throw the football out of bounds, or that's intentional grounding. Forced to take the sack, 3rd and 12. Patriots drop back. May under pressure off the edge, throws the ball. Nice catch by Hunter Henry, but it's still going to be short. Gets them closer to a field goal attempt at least. Oh, Will Campbell's being carted off the field. He has the towel over his head. That's not good. Crap. That's not good. It's not good, bro. Will Campbell carted off the field with a towel over his head. Andy Borgales makes the kick to extend the Patriots' lead. 20-13. So Patriots up by 7. Dude, I haven't even seen the Will Campbell injury. I can't tell you what they said. It was a potential knee injury, but I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yeah, so I just posted on my Twitter the photo of Will Campbell being on the cart covering his face, but there's no video of the injury, so I'm not sure. Will Campbell down, Jared Wilson down, the entire left side of the Patriots offensive line is screwed. First and 10 for the Bengals. They're going to run this thing up the middle. I was excited for this game too, man. I thought it was going to be a fun outing for the Patriots, and it is not fun. Not fun. Flacco drops back, goes out to Chase Brown. 3rd and 1. Man, these injuries worry me. These injuries worry me because if there's one thing that derails any team, it's injuries. I mean, the Patriots haven't allowed a running back to go for over 58 yards on them this season. Only one running back to go for 50 plus on them. Now you allow Chase Brown to go for over 100 on you. You're missing Milton Williams massively. Kyrie's Tonga goes out with an injury. Both of your rookie offensive linemen over on the left side get carted off. Will Campbell, Jared Wilson, those are major, major pieces to the success of this offense. Look at Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's playing at an MVP level early on in the season when he's protected. He loses the majority of his offensive line. They can't keep him protected, and now they start to struggle with inconsistency. We pray to God that the Patriots don't deal with any long-term injuries and that these are things that are just going to keep them out for the game, maybe keep them out for a week, but it's nothing serious and they can get those guys back. But just the way those injuries looked, man, it doesn't look like it. Again, I would like to say to the a-hole that said, well, hey, Patriots got pretty good injury luck. Why would you say that? You'll never say that. That's like in a Scooby-Doo episode where it's like, well, at least things can't get worse. Oh. My boy Alpha Courage comes in here with a $2 donation, says body bag came 2.0. It's exactly what it is. I think Tonga will be okay. I think Schooler will be okay. I'm really, really worried about Will Campbell and Jared Wilson. I'm iconic for saying that the offensive line is like the engine to a car. If you want to get your run game going, if you want to get the pass game going, it all starts with the blocking up front. Praying for good news tomorrow, but I don't know. That might just be wishful thinking. They get this one out to Higgins. Christian Ellis brings him out of bounds. All right, they're going to hand the football off again. Chase Brown, not going to get the first. It's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 1 to be exact. All right, Joe Flacco's going to look to pass. He has time. And it's incomplete. Bounces off the hands of Chase Brown. That's 4th and 1. All right, looks like since he's going to go for this on 4th and 1. Officially in the final quarter here, regulation. Cincinnati's not even across the 50, and they're going to go for it on a 4th and 1. Got to imagine. Don't jump if you're the Patriots. Oh, looks like the Bengals move here offensively. And they're going to punt. Delay of game. Looks like they were trying to get the Patriots to jump there also. And looks like Cincinnati was never going to go for it, trying to get the Patriots off sides there. And instead of taking the timeout, they just take the 5 yards. So Cincinnati's going to punt here. All right, goes into the end zone for the touchback. Patriots offense is going to take over again. Even if you win this game, I feel like if you're a Patriots fan, it's hard to feel like confident just because all these injuries. I don't want to say it, but no, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not gonna jinx it. I'm not gonna jinx it. Trying to see if there's any update. Still no real update on Will Campbell dealing with that knee injury. Don't do it, Colby. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I ain't gonna be that guy. Ain't gonna be that guy. Uh, Campbell will be back next week. Speak it into existence. I don't know, man. Will Campbell doesn't miss time, so I think if it wasn't serious, he would be out there right now playing through it. Again, I still haven't even seen the play because the broadcast won't even show the play. All right, Henderson in the backfield, Matt Collins in motion. Patriots at the 20-yard line. And they're going to give this one off to Henderson. Flag down, though. Just a precaution. Holding on Ben Brown, who's come in for the injured Jared Wilson. Jared Wilson is out for the remainder of the game. Will Campbell is questionable, so neither of those are looking good. All right. Drake May gives this one off to Henry. Blocker up front from Diggs. And they're going to get the first down here on a 1st and 20. All right. Drake May goes out to Kayshon Boutte here on 1st down. 2nd and 4, gain of 6. Patriots running hurry up offense. Gives the football off to Henderson, who has a good run. That's going to be a 1st down for the Pats. Drake May is at 248. All right, they give the football off here to Henderson again. Patriots across the 50 now. Hunter Henry is also officially over 100 yards. He's at 101. All right, Kyle Williams is on the field. 2nd and 5. Drake May steps back to pass. Goes out to Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams. Oh, just one guy to beat. Could have turned on the burners. He hits the little celly too, man. Good to see Kyle Williams getting into the mix there a little bit. So fresh set of downs for the Pats. Ah, man, if he could have beat that defender, I don't know. Kyle Williams, he's got that long speed. Every time he gets into space, he gets scared. You're the defense. All right, Patriots at the 31. All right, fakes the handoff to Ramondre. Drake has time. Now Drake's under pressure. Tries to hit Mondre down the field, but that's incomplete. Drake had all the time in the world. Nothing developed down the field. Pressure finally got on him. All right, 2nd and 10. Drake May's 20 of 30 for 266, so needs just under 50 yards to hit his first 300-yard game. Fakes the handoff. Drake's going to run for it, and he gets the first. And he points to the first. Little fake throw there to the left. Gets outside to the right. He pitches the entire coverage to the left side, so clears the entire right side and just runs for it. All right, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. We're at the 19-yard line. Ramondre in the backfield. They're going to give it to him. He's only going to get about 1, 2nd and 9. How many guys have gotten injured for us? Will Campbell, Jared Wilson, Kyrie's Tonga. Morgan Moses left but came back. Brendan Schooler was out. I'm not sure if he returned or not. And then obviously Milton Williams on the injured reserve from last week. All right, 2nd and 9. And they go out to Hunter Henry. Henry gets a first down and a couple of extra afterwards. Defenders bouncing off of him. Looks like there's a Bengal down. See who this is for Cincinnati. Osai, who's made some big plays here for Cincinnati today. He's down. Drake May completed 9 of his last 10 passes, by the way, so he's doing well. So Drake May 20 yards short of his first 300-yard game. All right, they're going to fake the handoff to Mondre. Drake goes, tries to go to Hooper, but not on the same page. Some pressure was in May's face. All right, Osai's back in the game for Cincinnati. Henderson in the backfield. They're going to give it off to Henderson. Henderson! It's going to be just short, man. Nobody pushed him. You got to rally around Henderson. You got to push him in the pocket. Patriots say they practice this first thing at practice every single week. He's going to be inches short. Quarterback, sneak it, do something. It's 3rd and goal. That damn 1-yard line, man. I'm telling you. Cursed. Did they get it? Quarterback sneak. They're going to say Drake is short. Well, if they kick the field goal, now you're up by 10 points. Yeah, May just short. They get the ball a few inches closer, but it's going to be just short. And you send out Andy Borgales to make this a 10-point game. Sucks they're not able to knock that one in, but 19-yard attempt. And Borgales gets it to put the Patriots up by 10. So under 6 minutes still in the game. Are they going to play super conservative when they get the ball back, or are we going to see Drake May still pass the ball a little bit? I mean, he needs 20 yards to get to 300. Praying for all those injured Patriots, man. Why do we keep running it up the middle? Well, honestly, I don't think you trust your tackles, right? Like, you don't want to run it outside to the left of Vidarian Lowe because Will Campbell and Jared Wilson are both out. When the Patriots do run it to the outside, that is usually where they are running, is to the left side. And so the thing, too, about running it to the outside is if you're going to toss it to the out, then you have a big-time potential of it getting stopped for a massive loss. When you're running, what would that be? Was it north to south? Yeah, when you're running north to south, I'm trying to get my locations correct here. When you're running north to south, it's a lot less likely you're going to be stopped behind the line. When you're running east to west, there's the potential that you're going to be stopped behind the line because you're getting the ball a few yards behind the line to start. Dude, if the Chiefs lose, chances are they're not making the postseason. All right, Joe Flacco drops back. Looking for Chase Brown. Won't get him. 2nd and 10. All right, let's see. Mike Gesicki just floats it on top and hits him. Looked like Marcus Jones maybe, if timed it rightly, could have tried to get a pick there, but Joe Flacco maybe hit his hand. Jake Browning coming in at quarterback now. Hits his hand on, who's that? Kyrie's Tonga? Tonga back in the game? All right, Flacco, or not Flacco, but Browning drops back. Browning's going to run for it, throws on the run. He's going to hit Iosivas. First down. Iosivas is now down also. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Put the back, both teams, put your backups in. Put your backups in. Flacco injured, Iosivas injured. As long as it's Flacco's left hand, he should be fine. We just got to get out of Cincinnati right now, man. Place is cursed. What happened to Campbell? I'm gonna be honest, we don't really know what happened, but he has a knee injury. He was just down on a on the field after a play. They didn't show it. They didn't show the replay. They didn't show what happened. They just showed Will Campbell was down. And so unfortunately, we don't really know what play this occurred on, but he got carted off the field. Towel was over his face. Didn't look good. They're going to get Carlton Davis defensive pass interference here. Higgins might be down. He was bodied. He's not moving. Yep, Carlton Davis. Pass interference. Hey, Carlton Davis. Every game, pass interference. And that's going to be a big pass interference call. But Higgins down on the field now. Oh, he hit his head hard. Higgins hit his head hard. And another commercial break, man. Oh my gosh, this game's never ending. This game's never ending. This game might never end. Wow. Per Pro Football Talk, the Giants could look to make a trade for a head coach this offseason. Who are they going to trade for? Mike Tomlin? Belichick to the Giants? Well, if they're going to trade for a guy, it would have to be on an NFL team. I don't know who they would trade for. You don't see head coaches going via trade. Why my eyes is so bad? I would love to tell you guys there's actual football occurring right now, but there's not. Can this game end soon? Dude, I'm with you. This is a boring game. How are the commercials? Yeah, let me give you a play-by-play. So there's this new show. It's called DMV. Make sure you guys check it out at some point. I don't know when it is. I wasn't paying attention. But T. Higgins is being carted off the field, man. Might be a head injury. Prayers up for him. Tinsley catches a touchdown over Christian Gonzalez, Mitch Tinsley, and now this game shrinks a little bit closer. I don't even know who Tinsley is. Second receiving touchdown in his career, and it's over Gonzo. That's cute. The fuck is this? 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to still go in the game. Patriots only up by 3, so Yosivash and T. Higgins are both down in the game right now, and they still capitalized for a touchdown. That's crazy. I mean, it was a great throw by Joe Flacco. I'll give him that on that touchdown pass, but Gonzo was beat by like 2 steps. All right, let's see. Patriots getting the return here. It's Kyle Williams with a good return. He's going to get just past the 40. Really good kick return there by Kyle Williams. So this is the first game we're seeing him do that. So 40-yard line for him. Patriots take over in good position. All right, they're going to give the ball off to Henderson. Henderson tries to dodge a defender, but he can't. Still a good run here on 1st of 8, so it's 2nd and 2. All right, 2nd and 2. Patriots at the 49. They give the ball off again to Henderson. This is what I was saying though. Like, do the Patriots get conservative and just run the heck out of the ball instead of seeing Drake May pass? Because if that's the case, there might be another game where you just don't see Drake May get to 300, just barely. Because when they're up late into the game, that's what they do. They just run the ball. All right, they're across the 50 at the 49. Excuse me, at the 49. Drake. Oh, timeout. It's going to be by the Patriots. So the Patriots take their final timeout of the game. All right, 1st and 10 for the Pats. Ramondre Stevenson now in the backfield, still at the 49. They're going to give the football off to Ramondre, who's going to be stonewalled. Not going to get anything out of that one. Ramondre, I feel like every time you give him the ball, they're not getting anything here. Nope, it's going to be 2nd and 10. So not technically a loss. All right, still at the 49, 2nd and 10 for the Pats. Drake May drops back to pass. Drake looks in the middle of the field, and that's incomplete behind Matt Collins. Oh. Third and 10. All right, Drake drops back. Throws in the middle of the field, and that's a first down by Stephon Diggs. So big time play Patriots needed there. Drake May under 20 yards for his first 300-yard game. Massive completion the team needed. Remember, Stephon Diggs, who's playing with a broken finger. All right, Drake May is at 292. 292. All right, looks like the Patriots are going to run the ball here. Cincinnati's expecting it. They are stacking the box. Henderson's the back, and he's going to maybe get back to the line. He'll get a yard. I don't know how he scrimmaged back to a yard, but he will get a yard. So May's actually at 294. Bleacher has him at 292, but he's at 294. So 6 yards. They're going to give the football off again to Henderson. He's going to get a couple. So at the 2-minute warning now, it's 3rd and 7 for the Patriots. It's got to be a pass here. Give me a 10-yard Drake May pass to get him 300 and then run the ball out. The Colts are about to let us down. Oh, of course they are. The Colts lose this game. They're overrated. Bro, how are the Lions losing to the Giants? All right. Bengals are sending the house at the Patriots on this 3rd and 7. Drake drops back. Drake throws. Oh, almost picked. Diggs wants a flag, but he's not going to get one. It's 4th and 7. Why didn't Drake go deeper to Matt Collins? So Patriots attempting a field goal with Andy. Come on, Andy. 52-yarder. Come on, Andy. And Andy gets it. So Patriots at least end it with 3. So they'll take a 6-point lead instead of a 3-point lead. But this likely means Drake May's not going to get to 300. So it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. Drake May eases closer. I mean, this is his highest career passing game, but doesn't get to 300. He's likely going to finish at 294. Unless there's a random pass, he'll finish at 294. Hoping for your team to lose is crazy work. Couldn't be me. All right, so the Bengals got 1 timeout left. No Higgins, no Yosivash, no Jamar Chase. Under 2 minutes. All right, and the return's going to get them down to about the 28. Schooler, by the way, not return, so he's also been out of the game. So Yosivash is back on the field, actually. Flacco going deep, and it's incomplete. All right, 2nd and 10 for Cincinnati. Goes out to Hudson. Going to be 3rd down, 3rd and 1. Clock still rolling. All right, Flacco drops back. Flacco incomplete. Carlton Davis knocks the ball away. That's 4th and 1. Obviously, they have to go for it here. Could we see a run play with Chase Brown up the middle and then a timeout, potentially? Great play there by Carlton Davis, man. Textbook pass breakup. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to give it to Chase Brown. And they call the timeout. So yeah, I got that play exactly right. Run it up with Chase Brown. That's your automatic first down guy. On short down conversions, you take your timeout. So final timeout here by Cincinnati. 1 minute and 7 seconds left. If you're just tuning in on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button. Get us to our like button goal by the end of the stream of 200 likes. And of course, subscribe here to Patriots Global if you have not already. 1st and 10 here. 1 minute and 9 seconds left. No timeouts left for either team. Patriots send the blitz. Jalen Hawkins sends. Oh, Jalen Hawkins doesn't get home, but they send a safety blitz there with Jalen Hawkins, but won't get home. Forces Joe Flacco to throw the ball out of bounds. So 2nd and 10. First and 10. Flacco drops back. Goes out to Brown, and Brown goes out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down for Cincinnati. Obviously, 2 down territory here. 3rd and 7 to be exact. 58 seconds left in the game. Got to imagine completions here are pretty much just completions and out of bounds. Cincinnati at the 43-yard line. Flacco drops back. Flacco's going deep. And I don't know where he's going. 4th and 7. The Patriots get the stop here. Game over. All right, 3 tight ends on the field for Cincinnati. Oh, they send the blitz. Oh, it's converted. Tinsley makes the catch. At the 45-yard line, Marcus Jones tries to go for the pick, but doesn't time it correctly. Twelve-yard completion. Come on, Marcus. What are you doing, man? Marcus sold to try to get the interception. We don't need the interception, Marcus. We just need for it to not be completed. "47 seconds still on the board for Cincinnati, and they're across the 50. Flacco caught in the middle of the field. Josivash. This is one of the worst defenses in the red zone. So, how was the clock stopped? Oh, they spiked it. Flacco drops back. Flacco goes to the outside. That's broken up by Carlton Davis. It's 3rd and 10, 27 seconds left. Just keep him out of the end zone. No freaking pressure. Another pass breakup by Carlton Davis on Tinsley. Carlton Davis, man, with some big time plays. Fourth down now. Fourth and 10 now for Cincinnati. Patriots sending the house. Patriots broken up. And that's it. Patriots get the ball back. 18 seconds left. And they can't stop the clock. So this game a lot closer than it should have been, but the Patriots able to squeak out a win in Cincinnati to get them to double-digit wins on the 2025 season as they are officially 10-2. And it's Marcus Jones there with that pass breakup on 4th on Gesicki, but hard to feel too happy about this win with how close it was. Cincinnati fans want the flag, but they're not going to get it. I mean, it really isn't. That's just a textbook pass breakup. Drake May will not get to 300 yards in a game I think we all were really hoping he was going to. Injuries are the name of the game for this one. Patriots undefeated still on the road. Like I said, though, injuries are really going to take away the narrative in this one. And if you're a Patriots fan, look, a win is a win, but just a defeated feeling in just so many ways. Yeah, I mean, you're facing a team with no Joe Burrow, no Jamar Chase, no Trey Hendrickson. I mean, this should have been, I don't want to say it should have been their 4th blowout of the season because blowouts are very, very hard to get in the NFL. You know, wins really are any given week. But this is a game that I think you should have won more confidently. It did not need to come down to the wire. The amount of injuries that the Patriots suffered, and they don't look like just little tweaks. They look like some pretty serious injuries, make you very, very worried about how this team is going to adapt moving forward. I mean, I think this team is looking tired. They're looking exhausted. They're looking gassed. They come out off of a mini bye week after playing Thursday night football at home against the Jets. and they put up a stinker. They won, and that's all that matters, but they put up a stinker, and you really hope that this doesn't snowball into something where the Patriots, you expect them to win a game pretty confidently. They win the game, but not as confidently as you expected. Does that trickle down into a more negative effect? You certainly hope not, and hope that they're able to go back to the drawing board and learn from this. They got the New York Giants up on the board next. That's going to be Monday Night Football before they're heading into the bye week. Coming out of the bye week, you got two very, very hard games. You got Buffalo at home. Then you have the Ravens. And so those are going to be two really, really, really important games for the AFC and overall seeding for the AFC. It's going to be really, really important for the AFC East. But obviously, Buffalo lost this week to Houston. So the Patriots winning this game was pivotal to get a 2-game up lead there on the Buffalo Bills. But stay tuned to the channel, guys, because there's going to be a lot of injury updates that we have to give you between Will Campbell, between Jared Wilson, two massive pieces there for the Patriots offensive line. And so chances are we're not going to get those today, but make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel because we will do a live stream, we'll do a video, we'll do a short, we'll do something updating you on these injuries for the Patriots when, of course, they do ultimately come out. Make sure you guys stay tuned later on because we're doing post-game probably at about 6 o'clock. We're going to be doing post-game here back on the channel with Rob to break down everything that we saw from this game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you get notified every single time that we do post and, of course, that we do go live. Jason comes in with the $2 donation and says the kicker was the MVP. Andy Borregales absolutely was, especially with that 52-yarder to put the Patriots up by 6 points. If they don't make that kick, I mean, the Patriots are up by 3, and Cincinnati, at the very, very least, has a easy opportunity to tie this game and likely put that thing into overtime. So Andy Borregales, I believe, put up 9 total points out of the 26 we put up. So big ups and big shout outs to Andy Borregales, who bounced back really, really well after missing a field goal last week against the Jets. But this is where we kick it off to you guys. What are your thoughts on this game? Make sure you like the video on your way out. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys very, very shortly back on the channel to do post game. If you guys want to catch my immediate reactions about this game, go ahead and check me out over on Bleacher Report. We'll be live in the next 5 minutes. But until later on, appreciate you guys for watching, and go Pats.